Hey there, so we got another Mill Road game here. I'm trying out some different cards in this deck. You can see a few of them here. Bomb Lobber and Big Game Hunter are not normally things that get included in here, but I'm trying a few different things. So I'll try to talk about those cards a little more as they come up. Right now we're just looking for Cold Light Oracles. This is a pretty bad hand. We are facing a Hunter here, so this probably isn't a deck that we want to try to this probably isn't a deck that we want to try to draw them a lot of cards, but having the double gang up in hand is pretty bad for us. It's also a little awkward that we probably aren't gonna coin and SI7 agent next turn, because I think we're gonna coin and get the weapon right now. Although we could just backstab this guy, but I think we'll use the backstab and the agent in the same turn. Just this way we take a little more damage. We take an extra 2 by killing it this way, but we get to save the backstab longer. And I think it's better to save the backstab and have the weapon ready than it is to save the coin and not have the weapon ready. Although now this turn's a little bit awkward. We could just hit them and re-weapon here. The opponent, normally you'd expect them to have like a knife juggler or like a mad scientist, whatever that guy's called. You'd expect them to have a 2-drop, which this opponent just, it turns out they didn't there. Let's see. Here I think we will use the backstab so that we can combo our agent though. And we'll just do the 2 damage here. It's more important for us to and we'll go ahead and hit the face. Normally you don't want to hit the face there, but I think we're going to end up using the weapon pretty frequently. So yeah, it's better for us to save our life total than it is to do a little extra damage to the hunter, because they can kill us. They can kill us faster than we can kill them. So we need to be conservative with our life total here. This looks like they've got a kind of weak hand. They're on turn 4. The hunter has used the power twice and played a Glaivezuka with no minions out, which makes me a little bit worried about what they could have. It's a little bit scary. I guess we're just doing this. Weapon up again. I suppose we can gang up our agent. That's not the worst play. It uses up our mana. It gets one of these out of our hand, and the agent is a pretty decent card because the hunter tends to have small minions. So if they have Savannah High Main, the agents are pretty good. You can use the 3 damage from the agent and then 2 damage from playing another one to finish one of those off. And the 2 damage is also good for picking off the hyenas that they leave behind. Yeah, I don't know what this opponent is like really doing here, but they just don't seem to have a lot going on. I think we actually need to play the Cold Light Oracle because we want to dig for something to gain us a little life here. And I don't think we want to use a gang up on it, but we can play Finley. Hopefully we'll get a power that keeps us alive a little longer. We want armor up or heal if we can. There's armor up. Having the option of playing a Shadow Step and replaying the agent is always pretty nice. So yeah, this is a good amount of damage that the opponent's going to do here. If our agent survives this turn, that'll be pretty impressive. Oh wow, so the opponent is not even dealing with our board, so that's pretty good for us because it just means we get to deal with theirs. We are going to armor up for sure, so we're going to spend 2 mana on that, and I think we're going to end up playing agent twice this turn because we've got the Shadow Step that can make one of them cost 1 mana. So we will go here and kill one of these. We're gonna hit face with this one and then shadow step it back. We'll go ahead and clear the hound out here. We do take damage for it, but we take a damage for it, but we've got the armor up, and hopefully that'll give us a little life buffer. If that's a freezing trap, it's pretty good for us because it lets us replay an agent. And we're just going to be trying to pick these guys off. The armor is going to be pretty nice for this. The Face Hunter is a pretty tough matchup for this deck because you want the game to go on so long. And this is pretty awkward. We would really like to have drawn a heal bot at some point here. But it just hasn't happened, so we'd be alright. We may be dead. So that's an explosive trap. We could have avoided that by not attacking, but I don't really think that not attacking is much of an option here. Can we just kill them? We've got 8 damage with Eviscerates. We've got 8, 9, 10. So not quite, but we're pretty close. Yeah, we'll eviscerate the face here. This gives us lethal, so the opponent needs only 2 extra damage right now, which they should have in their hand. Their deck is mostly built around you know, putting out a lot of damage. So there we go. So well played. They just want to show us all their cards, I guess. Okay. Okay.